Gluten morning bread buddies, how are we doing? How has your week been? Let me know in the comments what your peak of the week has been. Welcome back to another vlog. I feel like things are starting to get festive now. I've got a few events this week that we're going to be going to, as well as tonight I'm going around to a friend's house, and the plan is we're going to do the little picky bits that you have. I just feel like we're getting cozy now. Christmas season is upon us and I'm ready. I'm so excited for it. So as we're going to my friend's house, I want to pull together a festive hamper for her. She also loves making bread, and there's a great loaf that I make which is a sage and onion one. So I'm going to do a hamper with some flour, sage, onion. I'm going to make a little recipe card with that bread recipe in for her, and we're also going to see what other festive-y bits we can add into the hamper. And a big thank you to my Waitrose family, because this week's video is a paid for integration with them. I've been working with Waitrose for about, I think it's a year now, over on Instagram and TikTok. So to be able to be working with them over on YouTube as well, it's so exciting. It's such a full circle moment for me. And I like all of the festive bits are so good. And I have some ideas of what I want to put into this hamper. I want to do a mulled apple juice kind of thing, and I saw online that they do these mulled wine sachets, but I'm thinking that in their apple juice will be a really good non-alcoholic option. So we're gonna go in now, see what bits we can get for the hamper, and then we can go back home and put it together. I will pretty much always time coming to Waitrose on a Thursday through to Sunday, because then we get our free paper. It's literally one of my favourite things. We have our coffee mug as well. I'm going to get myself my free coffee. I first want to get some cheese. So I'm thinking in the hamper we can put some cheese, some chutney. This one here, I'm thinking this one, I'm hoping it's kind of one of those ones with little bits of crunchy bits of salt in. All of these ones look really good. This #1 range is one of my favourites. Alright, so we have damson and apple, fig and balsamic, that's one that I've seen before that I think I might get. But this one here, quince and pear, fruit and cheese, chili tomato. Oh, that chili tomato one in a toast would be so good, but I do think I'm going to stick with the fig and balsamic. This here, this is what I was after to go with the apple juice. So I'm thinking that, tied with a ribbon around their nice Leckford estate apple juice would be really good. If you're with me over on Instagram, you'll know how much I rate the strong white bread flour, just the essentials one. It's £1.40, 1.5 kilograms of flour. It is the best quality bread flour, such high protein count, and my friend loves it as well, so I'm gonna get a bag for her, bag for me. And the last thing I want to get, I want to find a Christmas card, because I really want to go in and make sure this is like the first proper Christmas hamper. Just stumbled across these nuts. Look at these ones here, salted maple and sesame nut mix. Wild garlic and rosemary one, hickory smoked nut melody with Himalayan pink salt. Oh, yes, my dad loves anything like smoky, so I feel like I'm gonna have to pick up some bits like that to take on Christmas Day as a little Christmas hamper maybe. Christmas card, there's so many cute ones like this here. I was kind of thinking of getting a pack of them, but maybe I'll just get one for now, because I might want to do various different ones for everyone. How nice is that one? Hold on. I feel like I'm gonna have to get this for everyone. That's perfect. Okay, we'll get the festive toast one. Back home, I've got this hamper here. So let's build out all the bits that's gonna go in here that we can take later. I've done that apple juice tied with the mulled wine spices like that, which is a nice little bit of velvet ribbon. So I'll put that one in first. And then I also tied together the flour, sage, recipe card, onions for the sage and onion loaf, cheese and chutney bits as well, so that'll go with the flour and the apple juice. And then the final thing, I'm going to be doing this every single time I take a gift to someone's house now. I think it's such a fun idea. I've got some Florentines here, some brown paper, like baking paper. I'll bring you down so you can see. We get our Florentines in a row, and then roll up and twist like this. And then I've got one of these John Lewis tea towels. So I'm going to put this in the center of that, roll that up, get some of the ribbon, tie this. I need to get better at tying ribbons. I feel like that's going to be my task for this Christmas, to be able to create beautiful bows. And then it looks like a little cracker. How good's that? That can go in like that. I actually think I'm going to do a series over on Instagram of various different gifts that you can make for people that aren't going to be super expensive and just put a lot of like love and effort into something. I personally always want to show my appreciation for someone and say it with food. That's my love language. So yeah, if you want to see that, if you want to see a little series over on Instagram for ideas for gifting, let me know, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. I have so many ideas of different things that could be done actually. Very happy with that. I think she's gonna absolutely love it. I'm gonna do a little bit of work now and I'll check back in with you before we go out to my friend's house. I've had a full day of doing some Christmas cooking bits. I'm getting so excited. I feel like having this as a job is really good because it just means that I get into that festive mood so much earlier than I would have beforehand. Last week we got sent the Coates turkey cooking set. It's like a festive kit here. And I got round to doing the turkey. I filmed it all to share on socials as well because I think sometimes cooking, especially like a turkey breast in that form, can be quite intimidating. I put on some brown sugar on the top. I do this with my turkey anyway. I think a brown sugar rub with salt. Typically I'd air dry it in the fridge as well, but I feel like because it's just the breast, I didn't want to do that in case it drew out too much of the moisture. So cooked that and it is so good. Really excited. I'm trying to think when I'm going to be pushing that live because I'm now filming everything in anticipation for the festive period and I don't want to post things too early on. Okay, I did have it in to post this around December time, but I think I am going to shift it up to go live tomorrow because Thanksgiving is on Thursday coming up and I think it just makes sense to have this live for that as well. So I'll be posting that tomorrow. I've also just done, I need a few more recipe tests of it and the pastry's a little bit under, but I've done this nutmeg and vanilla custard tart. This is actually with the brand Taylor & College, and this we're going to be pushing live, I think, next week as well. This was a phenomenal recipe. Even if you just want to do the custard element with the creme brulee top and have that as like creme brulees for a dessert, so easy and preppable. I think it'd be a really good Christmas Eve dessert, or even like if you're just hosting over the Christmas period. So that one you'll be able to see on Thursday. Some good stuff that's being recipe tested. I'm very happy with it. And I'm going to be using the rest of the turkey kit today. And then throughout this whole week, I think I'm going to be recipe testing some leftover pieces. I've got so many good ideas that I want to work out. So I'm thinking I want to try and do a cake using leftover carrots and parsnips, because I feel like sometimes we get in our head about using some things for savoury dishes. But I think leftover roasted carrots and parsnips blitzed up could make a really good loaf cake, like a banana bread. Even if it's cooked in fat, that's just gonna add to flavour. Like lard and things like that are gonna be a delicious taste to it. So I'm gonna be recipe testing that. I'm gonna see if I can do that tomorrow, but also I want to do a stuffing bacon Brussels muffin as well, kind of like a breakfast muffin. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun recipe testing stuff this week. I'm just about to go to my friend's house to have a little like cozy night in, and we said that we'd wear PJs, comfies. I ordered a set. It's through Laura Ashley via Next. I've been served it as a targeted ad so many times and I thought, okay, this is great, like perfect night for it. I'll put a photo of what it looks like on the model here. Let me show you what it's like on me. Actually, to be fair, on camera it doesn't look as bad, but just compared to what the photo looks like online, it's just, again, an issue for me. Arms are too long and this tie waist I thought it'd be really cute, but it just doesn't really sit right. I do think this is such a lovely material. I love this little like detail here. Also, I swear in the photo it's supposed to be a crop trouser. So I don't think I'm gonna wear this. But I was sent something by TBCO, which again, I get loads of targeted ads for these as well, so I'm really excited for this. One thing, this thing, I think I'm going to save that to go in my advent calendar that I'm doing. And I don't know what pyjamas they sent me, so this could actually be the perfect thing. Isn't that, I love it when a pyjama set comes in a bag like this. But let's see what one. I did say to them what size I was and what colours I tend to normally go for. Now I'm looking at this in the camera, I'm really actually annoyed that it doesn't look quite right, like from here downwards, because I do think the top is really nice. Okay, so we have a green set. Oh, there's like a little scrunchie attached to them. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I'm intrigued to see what these look like. Okay, I'm gonna put these on and see. The trousers are exactly what I thought the other ones were gonna be like. I think I really like this. So trousers are kind of cropped with a little frill bit on the bottom, and then we have this top. I feel like I like the trousers more than I like the top, but it's quite fun, isn't it? Like I'd never wear something like this, and I think on Christmas Day this would be really nice. Let me know what you think. Is this good, or should I ask them if we can swap it out for something else? I'm not too sure. Good morning, guys. I was doing a load of recipe testing yesterday, and I had a bunch of my sourdough starter left over at Peak. I was about to throw it away, and I thought, oh no, I can quickly whip up something to take to warm space, which is today. So I did one of my, is it a tiramisu loaf? It's like a coffee cake loaf. And I haven't tried it, and I do like to portion it up for them before I go, just so it's easier to put out on the plates. So I thought I'd just slice and portion it up now, and we can have a look to see if it's half decent, because I haven't actually developed this recipe in quite a while now. And sometimes it's one of those things, I think, especially with baking and learning how to bake, you can get better at doing it. And I think some things that I've developed a year ago, if I was to revisit it now, I would do something completely different. So this is the inside. It is quite a dense one. I developed this to be kind of like a breakfast toast bread rather than a soft squidgy cake bread, if that makes sense. Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, with a little bit of butter on. That's good, because I was kind of worried that it was going to end up being rubbish. So I'm going to slice up, I've got two for them. So I'm going to slice these up. Warm Stasis doesn't start until 10. So I think what I'm going to do is I've got some recipe tests that I want to do this morning. So I'm going to get that into the oven. Once they're baked, I can take this down. So give myself like an hour, I think, to do a little bit of work. And then we can go down to warm space. I'll see if I can bring you guys along with me. I never know if they're okay with it. They always seem quite like chill about it, but I'm just wary of getting people on camera when they don't, like they haven't given permission. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and do this, and then we'll pop down to the warm space in a bit. All right, first recipe done. I'm actually using this time to get ahead on filming Christmas content. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the vlog, but remember that Coats Christmas kit that was sent to me? I was so grateful for it for many reasons, but one of them was because I could then cook a Christmas dinner, sorry, just doing the washing up, and then have all of the leftovers to be able to do the kind of content that I really love. And I mentioned this last week's vlog, that I was getting into my head a little bit with my content, and I think just comparing myself with other food content creators, in that they post these amazing recipes that they recipe test, they all have amazing cookbooks out, and I was just thinking, oh my god, I don't cook like that. I have this thought the whole time about how many times do my other like food content friends recipe test something, because a lot of the time I'll make something and I don't know if it's because I'm naturally quite good at it, or maybe my standards are quite low, but I go, oh, that's good, that'll do. Do they also feel that way? Actually, I need to have this like full conversation with them, because every time I meet up with them, we're at an event or we're at our book club and we have these other discussions, I need to just have a lunch with like Emily and Ellie and just really pick their brains about how they do things, because I'm there cooking something and I go, oh, perfect. Do we need to do another recipe test? Is that a thing? So yeah, I was getting into my head a lot with that, and Emily said to me when I saw her the other week, you're inside your head too much, and if you enjoy making content which is leftovers, just stick with that. And that is my thing. And I think I was just thinking to myself, am I a recipe chef, am I a cook chef, if all I'm doing is kind of making things up on the spot? And when people say things like, oh, I can't wait for if you were to ever release a cookbook, which would be amazing, I just think, how would that look? Because I don't develop recipes, but maybe it would be like a food waste kind of one instead, as to you could make X, Y, Z with this. I don't know. So I was really grateful for the Coat kit, because I had all of these amazing leftovers, like a whole turkey, roast potatoes. 1 second. And it meant that I could start doing Christmas leftover content, which I'm really, really excited for. I think that's just it. I get really excited about making those fridge raid meals, and I think I just need to trust myself a little bit more. And I've been posting a little bit more of my TikTok content over on Instagram. Some of my TikTok content is like 4 minutes long, and I think that's way too long for Instagram. But the ones that are like between 1.5 minutes to 2.5 minutes, I've been posting there, and I think it's been received quite well, and I just want to lean into that a little bit more. And I'm really, really excited to be able to use all these leftovers to get ahead of myself. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've been getting ahead of myself with filming all this Christmas content, because you guys will want to see this before Christmas Day, obviously. There's no point me posting, oh, you've got some leftover Brussels sprouts and some roast potatoes, make this. Like, I know that people want to see that content a good week before Christmas. And also I want to get ahead of myself and get all that done, especially if we're going to be doing like Vlogmas and things like that. I don't want all of the vlogs to be, we're recipe testing a Christmas dish again, I don't want it to be like that. There'll be some like that, but I want to get the bulk of it done ahead of time so that when it gets to us doing Vlogmas, we're doing more fun things and we're not just in the kitchen the whole time. But also let me know if you want to see that as well, because I feel like there's other things, like when I watch YouTubers and YouTube content, I actually really love seeing people like with their other halves just cooking dinner together. So there'll be that kind of content on Vlogmas too. But let me know what kind of stuff you want to be seeing when we do get around to doing Vlogmas, which is not far. It's not far away at all. And let me show you a couple of things I did work on that's going to be going live. I think I'm going to do it like a couple of weeks before Christmas. I've got a whole content plan in place for when I can start posting things, so you're getting a real sneak preview. So I made some preppable turkey and Brussels sprout omelette breakfast burritos. These were delicious. I'm gonna have one of those in a second actually. Cookies. So I thought to myself, you know, like how you would use bananas in banana bread, and to be honest, it probably would have done better in a banana bread recipe. If I was to develop that again, I would go, this works quite nicely, but it'd be better as this. So it's not a fail by any means. I still want to share the recipe and put it out there. And I think that's the other thing that I want to show people is sometimes you make something, it's like, oh, that could be better for this reason. We'll do that next time, but you know, don't stress yourself out, it's still gonna taste delicious. Anyway, I had leftover miso roasted parsnips from that Coates kit, and I made some, they're very similar to the ginger cookies we made for the Whole Foods team a couple of weeks ago, or last week, I can't remember now. But these are white chocolate, miso parsnip and ginger cookies. They're quite cake-like in texture. I've got one over here that I've like pushed apart for filming. So it's more like a cakey texture. And this is what I mean, that I think if I was developing this as an actual recipe, not just a, oh, we're gonna like make this and see if it works recipe, I would probably go, that's fine, but maybe not worth posting. Let's make it into kind of like a banana bread loaf. But I have other ideas for other pieces of content throughout the time that are that kind of recipe. So I thought it'd just be different to do a cookie. So anyway, nice like chewy, white chocolatey, gingery parsnip cookies. They were really good. I'm going to an event later with, I've got a couple of events later actually, with Waitrose. It's their like Christmas thing. We're going to Somerset House and it's the first time the ice rink's going to be open. I'm then going over to Chelsea for an event with Kerrygold. I love Kerrygold butter so much. And actually they posted, so I posted a sourdough Sundays recipe of a chocolate sourdough loaf. I'll put the link to that below. It is phenomenal. It's so good. They posted a comment on that recipe to say this with our maple cinnamon butter would be brilliant. I was like, oh. So I've actually done a recipe yesterday that I'm going to be posting today, which is the French toast with their maple butter, because I couldn't find their cinnamon one anywhere. So I'm going to an event with Kerrygold and Waitrose. So the cookies, and you know me, like I like to take things along for the brand as well. So the white chocolate cookies, parsnip cookies, I've got one box for the Waitrose team and then one box for the PR team that I work with that like give me all the Waitrose briefs and stuff. So we have those two there. And then I've got 3 loaves of that chocolate sourdough that I'm going to take along with me for the Kerrygold event, because I want one for the Kerrygold team. Then there's 2 other people that are hosting the event I'm so excited for. First one's Angela Scallion, who I love. I love her on Instagram, and I think she's actually one of the people that she started coming up more on my algorithm, and it helped me get out of that funk of what's my content, what's the point, because her content is so comfort creator. She just posts fun things. And her and like Laura Jackson, I think those kind of people are the kind of space that maybe I should seek inspiration for with my content, more than comparing myself to other food content creators that are posting, you know, like pure recipes. So Angela is going to be there. She's hosting it along with Anna. Can't remember her last name. She is the new judge on MasterChef. I'm so excited for that one. And then the last thing that right, they're rising up in the oven now, so I'm really excited about this. One of the things that I'm testing today, I'm making some Brussels sprout, bacon and cheese breakfast muffins. They are looking really good. I really wanted to get a muffin that goes really over the top, so when you take it out of the mould, it's got that lovely muffin top to it. And I put seeds on the top of it, some cheese on the top. I think these are going to be incredible, and they are looking really good. I won't open the door, but maybe you can see through it. Oh god, ignore how dirty the oven is. It really needs an oven pride, but maybe you can see through to that. They're looking great. So yeah, very successful morning so far. I'm just gonna wait for those to finish baking and then we'll go down to Warm Space. I think it's been something like a month since I've been down to Warm Space, and yeah, I've really neglected it. I feel like we should go down during Vlogmas and actually spend the morning with them. They always play bingo. So maybe one of our Vlogmases will take a Warm Space bake down and stay there. I feel like I've never done that, because every time that I've done Warm Space bakes up until I went full-time with content creation, I was literally going down when I had gap in between meetings and then having to leave straight away. And it only just occurred to me the other day that, oh, I have the time to actually stay now.
I don't know if you've got any Christmas do's abroad, but all of the just volunteers, not the...
Yes!
Do you get the free?
Yeah, I'm absolutely free. I'd love to come to this.
Join us?
Yes, please!
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, please do. Yeah, so
are you sure?
Bless you. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Just because we never get a chance to chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we thought it would be nice to.
I'm
I
honoured.
booked a slot on that day.
Yeah.
That's all the details. So
I'm there. I'm there.
Bless you.
I'll bring you a loaf next week.
You got the recipe?
You have to create this thing called a starter.
Ah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so you have to do you have to feed it and things like that. It can be a bit of a labour of work. I can write it all out for you, and if you want to do it, go for it. But if not, I'll just bring you loads.
That's the starter thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like fermented
Something,
flour
yeah.
and water, and it's fun to do, but yeah, it's a bit of work. But I'll bring you a loaf next week. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I'll get these out for everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when I was plating up the cake, bearing in mind I wouldn't call myself a volunteer for Warm Space. I just take down a bake. I mean, you can call it that if you want, but I wouldn't say it's anything like what the other volunteers do. They do so much. They're literally there all day. They play bingo. They set the lunch up, all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't put myself in that bracket, but they've invited me to a volunteer lunch. I am so excited, and also just honoured that they see me in that kind of way and put me in the same kind of bracket that they're in. I'm very excited. So that'll be a fun Vlogmas activity. We're going to go have lunch with the Warm Space volunteers, which should be a lot of fun. And there's also going to be a Christmas Warm Space, which is what I was talking about with one of the volunteers there. So I say roped in. It's not roped in. They knew that they'd get stuff from me because I like doing it anyway. But I'm going to be doing some savoury stuff for them. I need to think what that should be in the form of. I'm thinking maybe little mini quiches. They have sausage rolls sorted already. Mince pies are sorted already. So yeah, I've been allocated a savoury bake. And it's going to be quite close to Christmas, so I'm thinking we need to do a real Christmassy one. If you have any ideas for me, if you're at a buffet, and this is going to be like a beige buffet, you know, the kind that you expect around Christmas time. So let me know if you have any suggestions of what we could make for the Warm Space, for the Christmas Warm Space party. Let me know, because I love a brief. I was saying that to one of the volunteers just now when she was like, oh, is it okay? I don't want to tell you to do too much. I was like, Lizzie, don't worry, I love a brief. This is perfect. For you to say it's this date, we need this many things, we need it in this kind of way, perfect.
know you. Like, it's
bizarre.
I'm new to step in, full chat. You heard close, but I hope you regret it later. I hope you regret it later.
Feel it, and we feel like the quality of the food is just absolutely incredible. And I think all your passion for food, Ireland, and doing things properly and welcoming people, getting people around the table for good food is like absolutely what Kerrygold brand's all about. And I think we're all here for the similar reason. I think we all kind of feel it. So yeah, just thank you for having us.
It's emotional.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. I'm back in London today. I was at home yesterday and had a full day of just cracking on with Christmas recipes. I am so excited to be sharing them with you guys. I did a little poll on stories to say, when do you actually want to see all of this? Because if you're like me, I like to save things and have inspiration so that I'm not just like going in blind. So I think I'm going to start posting all the leftover Christmas content second week of December, week commencing the 8th. And I think that will then hopefully give people enough inspiration, because you might not just be doing Christmas dinner, right? You might be doing hosting where you have similar sort of leftovers, roast dinners, you might do a Friendsmas. So fingers crossed, you'll be able to get lots of inspiration. I'll post as much on stories, not stories, shorts here as well. So if it's all under 3 minutes long, I'll upload it there too. But I had such a good day filling out recipes that I had in my head and just worked. And I've come back into London today. I had my Rocketane appointment. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I might be being taken off of it soon. I thought that my skin was looking good enough. I have got a little blemish there, but that's not the kind of acne that I suffered with when I went on it. If you've been here for a while, and you'll be able to see in previous vlogs of mine back in, when did I go on it? I think I went on it in April. Yeah, you'll be able to see vlogs that I did early this year, the difference, I guess, in my skin. And I just had really bad cystic acne all along my jaw, but it wasn't the kind of acne that I think a lot of people would say is acne. Do you know what I mean? Where it's all like really inflamed and you'd get scarring from it. So I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll only be on it for, well, actually, when I first thought about going on it, I thought, oh, I'll be on it for 3 months. No. Then I was told by the dermatologist, it's looking more like 6 months to a year, which I think that's something that I wasn't really prepared for with the journey, being on it for that long. Luckily, my side effects have been almost non-existent, so it's not been a problem for me. And I did think, oh, my skin's looking great, you guys are noticing it, I'm barely getting any flare-ups now, and I haven't actually taken the drug for about 3 weeks now because I actually ran out of the prescription and I wasn't able to get another appointment until today. We're going to keep on it for at least another 3 months, which is fine. Like I say, I'm so grateful that I'm able to do it. I know that going private doing it isn't doable for a lot of people purely for the cost. It's what stopped me doing it for a long time. So I'm grateful that I am able to do it and that my body's responding in the way that it has been to enable me to continue doing it. But still, I was a little bit disheartened actually about that, but it's fine, we move on. And I've kind of teamed doing that with, I try and team the appointments that I have with other PR visits and stuff that I have going on or events, and I actually had nothing event-wise in the diary for today, but I have been invited. There's a restaurant called Carousel, and I've been invited to their bar, I think, that's attached to it, where they've got a pop-up for a place called Chuck's, and it's smash burgers. I just thought that's the perfect time to come do it. I'm literally in the area. I think it's only open 12 till 3, so it's worked out quite nicely. So we're taking them on to there now. It's a super rainy day as well, so I actually find London quite nice and romantic. I've been pottering around the shops, went into Arket. Oh my god, the Arket on Oxford Street. It is one of my all-time favourite shops. It's just such a lovely shopping experience, and it's just calm, it's styled beautifully. I even saw, actually, Lawrence has a quilted gilet from there, one of the khaki colour ones, and I saw one in bright orange, and he the other day was wearing this all black outfit with a black gilet, and I thought to myself it'd be really good if he had a little pop of colour with that outfit. So I think I might after this lunch, go back and buy him the orange one, or maybe I'll buy it online because I need to double check what his size is. I should get him that for Christmas. I think he'll really like it. But yeah, Arquette's such a nice shop to potter around in. And I think I might pop into Selfridges as well, because I want to see about looking at some Skims bodysuits to take with me on our trip to Southeast Asia. So go have some lunch, maybe go back to Arquette, but definitely pop into Selfridges. It does feel criminal having a smash patty without Lawrence being here. He loves smash patty so much. These are like, in a good way, better versions of Burger King. A little bit thinner, a little bit saltier. Good fries. Really nice and crispy there. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I like about here? It's, you're able to get a speedy lunch, smash patty, lunch, burger, but it's in a restaurant vibe and setting, and you can have a nice glass of wine, you can have a cocktail. I feel like all the other smash patty places like Junk Burger, as great as they all are, they are more of a fast food joint. This is like you're having a really nice lunch, but it's a smash patty burger. So if you're into having a really nice lunch, a nice dining experience, but it still be quick, this is good. Back home, I had a little potter in Selfridges. It's actually like, normally I get really overwhelmed in Selfridges and I just don't like the shopping experience at all, but I don't know if I was just like not fussed by things today or if it was actually quieter than it normally is, but it was actually quite a pleasant shopping experience in there today. And I picked up a couple of bits that I thought I'd show you. I did try on one of the Skims bodysuits, but no, I just don't think it's really for me. It doesn't really suit me. Maybe it was just that one particular style. It was like the kind of like a V-neck one. And I actually, all credit, like I do know that V-necks don't really suit me that much. So that's probably just it. But then I thought it might be worth picking up some swimsuits. I'm normally a bikini person. For reference, we're doing our long trip January through to mid-Feb in Southeast Asia. So this isn't like me preparing for summer next year. Like we are going away soon. I thought I don't own any swimsuits. I only own bikinis. And we're going away for such a long period of time that I feel like there's going to be times where I'm going to probably want to be sat working on my laptop, maybe like by a poolside and not have to be in like a bikini and stuff. I don't know, like you probably get what I mean. So I thought I'd pick up a couple of swimsuits. I've tried on before Hunza G, and again, I just didn't really like it. The thick scoop neck look just was not flattering on me at all, didn't rate it. But I thought, okay, I'll give it another try because I saw a different shape that was more of a spaghetti strap. And I know that kind of bodysuit look does suit me. So I tried it on and I was like, oh, this is actually really nice. I like it. I got it in red. And actually, I was gonna say, I don't normally buy things like this in a bright colour, but one of my bikinis that I wear on Pete is bright green, so apparently I do. I love it. Lawrence is really perplexed by the fact that it's a one size situation, that he was like, but how will it fit other people? And he was like, but what if someone larger wears it and then someone smaller wants to wear it after that? I was like, we don't interchange our swimsuits. Like, you buy a swimsuit and that's yours. So even if you did wear this and it did stretch out a little bit, that's fine because it's then like you're wearing it. The whole point is just it's like one size fits all because of the material that it is. Anyway, I love this. And I even think, sorry, the washing machine's going on if you can hear that going. Even this, you can put a pair of like shorts with it. You could put a pair of like floaty trousers with it and it can double up as a bodysuit. So really, really happy with that. And then also I picked up this one, which again, similar kind of vibes in that I wanted to have something in case I just wanted to like sit and work by a pool and not wear a bikini. Really flattering. I was really shocked by this. And I thought actually to have a bright colour one for a little bit of fun, pop of colour is quite good. But a lot of the time I do like to wear neutrals. So I thought this would be a good option for the times where I want that. And it is super flattering and padded on the inside as well, cinches you in, which is really nice. So that's what I picked up in Selfridges, and I had actually a very nice time pottering about, which, yeah, like I was saying, rare for Selfridges with me. I'm gonna sign off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching another vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much to Waitrose for sponsoring this one. Like I say, I love them so much. It has been such a beautiful year, and I just feel like this is such a good like round off to a whole year of working with them, because I'm pretty certain it's like to the day-ish that we started working each other for a year now. So I'm so grateful to my Waitrose family. Thank you for sponsoring this. Thank you guys for being here and watching my content and letting me share recipes alongside Waitrose, because it has been such a fun year. Can you hear the washing machine going? Thank you for watching another vlog. We'll see you. Oh my God, is the next one going to be actually Vlogmas? Or do we have one more Sunday? I can't remember. I think we have one more Sunday before we start Vlogmas. One more Sunday weekly vlog and then we're in. Vlogmas, daily vlogs. Have a beautiful week and I'll see you next week.